September is National Preparedness Month, but would you be ready if there were an emergency? Hurricane Irene was enough of a reminder that you should always have a plan. So I stopped by the offices of the American Red Cross Mid-Florida region for a how-to on putting together a disaster prep kit.
Think about disasters right now, we're in hurricane season, but it could be any disaster, fire, flood, tornado. You need a kit that can go with you very quickly.
Okay.
This is actually mine from home. It's a tub that, I bought at the dollar store, but it would protect the contents from rain. The first thing you think about, food.
It's
you
always
gotta have food. These are canned goods that are good for a year. The dry foods that are in a separate packet are actually good for 3 years.
Perfect.
You never know when you're gonna go, but you always know that you need clean clothes. So make sure that you have at least one change of clothes in here, and it's very simple again to just put it in a bag and here you go. Don't forget your water. I have a little bit in here, but I also have some in my car. I keep 24 bottles in my car, so if we need to get in my car and go, we are set with water.
Get out and you're ready.
Right. When you want clean clothes, you definitely want to take a shower first. So have a bag of toiletries. I like my toiletries. So I like to have this little bag, it's very simple. And all of these things, you get at the regular stores, the dollar store for almost nothing. Medicines.
Yes, this is probably the most important, I would think.
It really is. These are good for 1 year. So again, you just check once a year to make sure they're great.
Okay.
So you have your prescriptions, but on the other side of that bag is actually my full medical history.
Wow.
You could hand that bag to a medical technician and they would have everything that they needed to know about me. Electronics. We cannot live without electronics.
This is so smart. I see you've got some jump drives in here. What are you putting on these?
This is actually the backup for my computer at home. All of our photos are on the computer, so if I do lose the photos, I at least can get them reprinted. But also power chargers and a radio. And my glasses, an extra pair because
I can see where you're going.
I'm blind without these things. So make sure that you have your digital stuff.
Okay.
And your paperwork. Not everything can be digital.
Sure.
So make sure that you keep a set of paperwork, again, in just a regular Ziploc bag.
You said you've got like your homeowner's insurance in here and different documents.
Absolutely. Homeowner's insurance, copies of our birth certificate so we can get new driver's licenses if we happen to lose that kind of thing. And the very last thing are those things that you really feel are totally irreplaceable. I would love to display these in my home, but I'm going to forget them if I have to scoot out really quick. So I put them in this box and I'm ready to go in an instant.
All right, so you can find a full checklist of all the items you need, plus advice for making an emergency plan and staying informed at midfloridaredcross.org, or I will link you guys up on galtime.com.
She mentioned her eyeglasses in the kit.
Smart.
That is a great idea.
All those little things. She says, think about it. If it's the middle of the night, you don't have your glasses, you don't have time to look for them, you're out there, and then you're SOL because now you can't see.
And cash is another big one that people tend to forget about, because if the ATM machines go down, you need the cash.
And she basically keeps that in her garage and just checks it once a year to update anything that's expired.